My name is Joseph Ran. My username on eToro is Skrider. It's kind of a strange username, but I started to use this username for Strava, and it's rider like biker and SK because I live mainly in Slovakia. So I'm 61 years old. No, I'm born and raised in the Netherlands, but I live now mainly in Slovakia, 20% in the Netherlands. I've studied informatics and business, so I've done a lot of businesses in my life, and I've sold everything. So I'm now like full-time investor trader.
So when did you very first start investing then?
The first time I was investing, I think it was when I was around 20, so more than 40 years ago. But I don't remember exactly what the investment was. But in that time, it was for the normal people, it was not possible to buy or sell something on an exchange. So it was probably some fund of the bank that I was banking with at that time.
And to say that you've been investing for 40 years now, if you could go back in time and start all over again, what would you do differently, or what advice would you give to yourself?
Uh, uh, what would I do if? That's not a question that I'm asking myself too much because I have no time machine, cannot go back in time, and of course I always try to learn from the mistakes I make, but not in a way I should have done that and I should have done something else because I know that in the last 40 years I made a lot of mistakes, but these mistakes also enabled me to do the right things to come where I'm now. But of course, when I knew 10 years ago, 10 years ago, with the knowledge of now, then I would have taken a few €100,000 mortgage on my house and would have bought bitcoins. And probably 2 years ago, 2 years, 2 years ago, I would have sold them. But yeah, that's making decisions in the past with the knowledge from now.
So how has your investing changed from 30, 40 years ago to today? Are you into different sectors, different businesses?
Nah, the first 30 years, it was just like a hobby, doing something extra. I started seriously in investing, but also in trading 10 years ago. I was day trading with Forex and things like that, options. And Past 4 years, uh, I'm more on the long term, investing in stocks for dividend, and that's actually what I'm doing on eToro. But beside of that, I'm still doing some day trading, but on other platforms.
So what made you choose eToro to invest on over all the other platforms that are available?
I was attracted in first instance by the social aspect of eToro. I like the idea of popular investors, copiers. So my first period with eToro was as a copier.
So you've been investing for 40 years, so you must have seen lots of ups and also downs during those times. How do you handle the emotional aspects of investing and seeing your portfolio value go down? Do you have any books that you recommend, or do you have any quotes that you live by, or is it just now a case of you're just so experienced and are so used to them that you just have nerves of steel now?
The answer on that I must divide in two parts. In investing, what I'm doing on eToro, it's mainly investing. I do some swing trading, but their emotions are not really playing a role because I have time to make my decisions. What I decide now maybe has effect in 2 years. So there's no hurry, and time is. I feel like time is on my side. So emotion don't play a role in that. It's different with day trading because with day trading you have quicker losses, quicker profits in small time, quick decision making. So it gives a lot more stress. There are the emotions like wanted to make a deal when there's no deal, or closing a deal when it's not time to close the deal. Then you have to do with emotions like fear, greed. So I would like to emphasize on that the difference.
I can see that your bio actually says the patient road to wealth. So you're very long-term focused generally.
Yeah.
So what are your long-term goals on eToro?
I look on eToro, especially like that. This is a way to extend and ensure my pension. So I'm in eToro in the first place for taking care of my own money. So I'm not there to be an elite popular investor and to have a few thousand copiers. I'm actually not doing anything to attract copiers because I do what I think what is good for my money. When and if there are people that like my idea and like my figures, of course they are happy to copy me. Yeah, they're welcome to copy me.
That's how I became a popular investor really weirdly. I wasn't even aware of the popular investor program. I was simply doing well on the platform. All that you could post statuses and then started getting followers and copiers, and I didn't really know what was going on. But yeah, first and foremost, I'm looking after my own money, and then obviously people can invest and copy on the back of that.
Yeah.
So what is your market outlook for 2024?
That's very difficult. I told that we cannot go to the past. The same is that we cannot look in the future. But I believe a lot of analysts that say that in 24 there will be a soft landing. Expect that interest will go down, so that will put an effect on share prices. Things will go up, I suppose. So in general, that looks pretty good. On the other hand, I'm worried about the geopolitical situation in the world. Then I'm thinking about the war between Ukraine and Russia, the tension, China, Taiwan, Israel, the Palestinians, Hamas, and especially I'm worried about the situation with Russia because this can be very destabilizing for Europe. And yeah, of course, I live only 80 kilometers from the Ukraine border, so I have personal interest in it.
And do you think that situation will be resolved anytime soon, or do you think it's going to be drawn out over a number of years still?
It depends what you see as a resolution, because yeah, I hope so, but I'm afraid that the result will be that Russia will take a part of the Ukraine. There will be some ceasefire, but I don't see a really good solution here. But
yeah, I mean, it's been going on long enough now. We need a resolution sometime in the next maybe 12 to 24 months. Can't be going on for.
I hope so, but it's really not in my hands. I've zero influence on it.
Are you investing or trading around that particular scenario?
No, not really. No.
So do you have any sectors that you're particularly favorable of, or what sort of analysis do you do on the stock market?
Two questions. I'm very much for diversification, so I have my portfolio pretty good diversified on sectors, on valuta, on continents. So I have no favorable sector. So that was your first question. Your second question was?
So what sort of analysis do you do on stocks?
Okay, I do both technical and fundamental analysis, but fundamental analysis mainly to choose the stocks I'm working with. Part of that, I'm looking very much on dividend because my portfolio is dividend portfolio. But when a stock is not bringing minimum 5% per year, then it's finished, and I don't look further. I don't have to do the whole fundamental analysis. And for the moment of buying and selling, I do some swing trading. I use technical analysis. And then, of course, I follow the news and things like that.
Now, I'm just looking at your portfolio now on eToro, and there's lots of companies I've never even heard of, let alone could even look at, really.
Yeah, I think there are about 127 in my portfolio at this moment.
There's a lot of companies I've never heard of, so that would give copiers quite a good diversification by copying you, rather than someone like me who's mainly heavily tech focused, but with you they would have a lot of geographical diversification. Well, thanks for coming on, Joseph. It's been great to have you, and I look forward to speaking to you again in a few months' time.